Hi, Huntresses.
Welcome to Talk Rich to Me,
where we explore the human side of finance. We're your co-hosts, Stephanie Gutman
and Yesenia Rhodes, co-founders of Huntress Wealth. Happy New Year, Huntresses! To kick off 2026, Stephanie and I are back to discuss everybody's favorite topic, New Year's resolutions, and why most of them fail. We break down the Huntress framework for goal setting that focuses on habits over outcomes, experiments over perfection, and introduce the bingo card strategy that keeps you motivated without the all or nothing pressure.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Starting off this year, what is it?
The year of the Huntress.
The year of the Huntress. Add us to the Chinese calendar, please.
I think it's actually, is it the year of the horse? I think it is, because like a huntress rides a horse, maybe.
Perfect. We're basically already in the calendar. Year of the horse.
You want to hear what that means?
Well, sure. Let's just imagine a huntress on top of a horse shooting her arrow.
Absolutely. And today we're talking about where you're pointing that arrow.
What's your goal? How are you going to hit that target? Where's the arrow going? Oh, man, we're really talking about the arrow today.
Yeah. That's the name of our newsletter.
The newsletter. All right.
The horse is confident, agreeable, and responsible, although they also tend to dislike being reined in by others.
I'm not a horse, but that sounds like me.
Fun.
So on our last episode together, we talked about budgeting versus spending on a value forward basis and how that can reflect. And that was in the spirit of giving and Christmas time and like all of the pressures that we might have in us in December. And in January, we start off again with other pressures of goal setting and new year, new me. And it's easy to basically get lost in that, like, new year, new me, get discouraged very quickly.
I was like, everyone else is doing it. Should I do it? But it's also like a nice excuse, like to reset.
Yeah. So we thought it would be good to have just a quick episode about goal setting for the new year and what the framework for that might be to stick with those goals, keep them achievable.
Yeah, like not goals you have to do, but like goals you want to do.
Yeah. So why don't we start off with that? Like we all know, or at least I've been taught this. I'm a very goal-oriented person, but if the goal becomes unachievable or frankly, it's just not really something that I want to do, like it's going to die.
You abandon it. Yeah, we all do. Most of us are corporate girlies and we've had like those goal setting sessions, right? And so the shorthand of like SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable. Oh, what's the R? Relevant and timely. Got them.
You're so smart.
So smart. Smart goals. And like that absolutely applies, right? Like specific, but I think what you're saying, like tangible is different than that, especially when we're talking like real world and it's not go into this group guiding situation. It's like for you, seeing your outcome, feeling your outcome, there's a noticeable difference.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right?
We were prepping for this. One thing that really stood out to me, like the reason I came up with the word framework for goal setting is that you talked a lot about outcomes versus actions.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense. And honestly, I think about all the people that do like 75-day hard or.
Okay, what's that?
Oh, you don't know what this is? Okay.
I know like dry January. What's 75-day hard?
I don't know where that came up. I just know that it's everywhere. And it's kind of relevant because in our last podcast, we talked a lot about being influenced by others for purchasing or, whatever the case may be. But when you talked about actions versus outcomes, like that's what it's focused on. So it's like 75 days, no cheats of doing things. And you set that. And a lot of fitness influencers will do it. And they'll be like, drink, 10 gallons of water a day.
Okay,
Not
that will kill you.
I know, I'm joking, I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I mean? It's
This
like
is not health advice. Talk to your doctor.
yeah. It's like it's like, drink a gallon of water a day, like, go for a 30-minute walk, read 10 pages,
But
like,
it's like committing
journal.
to 75 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of, like, doing this, no cheats.
Mhm.
And you get to set what that is, and so I literally saw one this morning that was, like, 1 hour of outdoor fitness, which I guess meant, like, a walk with their dog. Like, it could be, like, a walk with their dog, like, they
Yeah.
literally had the little emoji. Or
During the hardest 2 months of the year to do that.
yeah, and then it's like, and then an indoor 1 hour workout, and so that was, like, her thing. Again, it's like a fitness influencer or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's very aligned with what you're saying and like creating that framework of goal setting. And oftentimes, like, I think, like, this is my goal for the year.
Yeah, so, I mean, staying in the wellness world because that's by default, like, what we talk about when we talk about these things, but it maps over to finances and everything else, whatever the goal is, so easily. But if it's like the goal is lose 10 pounds, right? That's a goal. That doesn't tell you how you get there. That doesn't, you're not like a new person on the other side of the 10 pounds. And so there's like two things to do. One is like, what's really behind that goal? Is it like, I want to feel healthy and like I'm doing everything I can to prevent diabetes that's in my DNA,
Okay.
right?
Okay. So the
Like
why.
what's really behind the goal, the why for
Okay.
sure.
So we have tangible, we have the why. Like, why do I want to have this goal?
Right. So like for money, if it's like, I want to save $40,000, right? Like really what's the why behind that? What's the driver? Is it like because you want to feel safer? Is it because you want to buy a car? Is it because you want to like kick as much you can over to that 529 for your kid? But like what is it getting you?
Yeah.
Not just like that thing. So like know your why, but then also think about behaviors that get you there because it's not like a one-time thing, right? It's a behavior you're developing. So it's not lose 10 pounds, it's, sustain a healthy lifestyle, right? Which is broad and vague and not tangible. And so, like,
But I think the why makes it tangible. Does that make sense? It's not necessarily I'm doing this because I feel the societal pressures to do it. If the reason that you come back to, by the way,
it's
the why is because of societal pressures, maybe take that one off your list.
totally
You know,
100%.
I'm not a
Like, if
therapist,
it's
but
like what you think your mom wants or your spouse wants or your boss wants, right? Like, have those goals, great, but like maybe not your personal goals. Um, so I think I wanted to say the like lose 10 pounds can be a measurement of progress. Like it's not necessarily bad to measure that. So sorry, like having the actions, that's where we get to habits. So
so we have measurement.
you have your why, you have what habits or actions need to happen in order for that to like get there, for that why to be realized. And then it's okay to measure, but I'd really emphasize if measuring is motivating for you. So like you, Yesenia, are very competitive, right? Like seeing, again, I'm sticking with this and example, we can take it to other ones, but like seeing that needle move on a scale might be very motivating for you. But you also have to think about what if that doesn't happen? Like, what if you are doing very objectively healthy things, right? And they are making you feel good, but the scale doesn't move. Is that going to discourage you? Because if it is, don't measure.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll be really honest. Like, we can talk about this as a diet, but I have struggled with my weight most of my life. Had gone to endocrinologists, like doctors, been like, I think I have PCOS. I think I have PCOS. Guys, it is so hard to get a PCOS diagnosis, even when you show classic symptoms. Like, and it wasn't until after I had Joaquin and now I've tried a bunch of diets or whatever. And it was just really, really hard because PCOS, it makes it extremely hard. You're insulin resistant. So you try really, really hard to lose weight. And it's like one bad weekend and you're like, measurement goes way up and it becomes a very defeating process. And so, anyways, I know we're not here to talk about dieting, but I will say vulnerability, like that measurement can be hard. And I think that's why it's so important with you saying like the why and the habits.
going to, even while you were on that journey, like you were doing good things
Right.
and you were developing good habits. And frankly, like working out is like a source of like total satisfaction for you. Like
Right.
you love working out and it's your community. And I think you probably would have had that in your life anyway, but like it's that's a muscle that you've strengthened,
Right.
right? And like it's so focusing on the habits and it's a even if that habit doesn't get you quote unquote that outcome, if it's fulfilling your why,
Yeah,
it's a good thing to be doing.
exactly.
And so, and that's it goes back to like measuring is optional. Like measure if it motivates you. And again, it's not just positive motivation. If you're going to see that measurement get off track and give up because of that, then don't measure. It's not helping you,
Yeah. No,
right?
for sure.
Like you have to have other forms of accountability and motivation that aren't that measurement, you know?
So the anchor here is the why, right? And
The why, and then think in forms of, like, habits you want to develop
right.
versus things you want to achieve. So, like, ways to figure out what your why is. It's like, if you have this, like, hard and fast goal already in your head, you can build what's behind that goal and get to a why. Another way is kind of thinking 10 years out, what you want your life to look like. Who is around you? Where are you? How are you spending your time? And then like start to think of like what needs to be in place 1 year from now to help build towards that. Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all 10 years mapped out, but like
Yeah.
what is one thing you can work on this year that gets you there?
Mhm.
And then once you have that one thing at the end of the year, what does that mean you're doing like on a day to day basis?
Yeah.
It's taking like the future and bringing it to the now.
I love it.
There's a concept in psychology that, like, I don't actually even know the normal full name of it. But I had helped develop a class in business school around this like concept, and it is experiments. Like, you can do anything for 2 weeks. And so that class was specifically around interpersonal experiments, and it's something I've loved doing for myself anytime I'm managing someone, suggesting these 2-week experiments. It is trying on a behavior, right? And then like seeing if that helped. In the world of finance, if you have a goal of being confident with money, you no longer want it to control you, you want to control it. Cool, great. 2026 goal. One thing that you might want to work on is like talking about money and getting comfortable doing that. And so you can try on a habit for 2 weeks of bringing up money once a day to someone, right? Could be a total stranger, could be a friend, could be a family member, could be your kid, I don't know, talk to your cat. But like practice doing that. And then at the end of like hold yourself to that 2 weeks, maybe 75 days. Like maybe that's not the worst concept, right? Maybe it's at a month, but like set a duration and do it. And then take time to reflect on how it went. Was that as scary as I thought it would be? Did I learn something? Did I help someone? Did like I get curious about something? Do I like that behavior? Is it helping me towards that why? And so it's not this like one long year of behaviors you're like presetting. It's like trying on which behaviors help fulfill that why,
I
you
like
know?
that. I think the thing I've had friends in my circle do 75-day hard, which is why I know
Mhm.
about it. And some of it is pretty achievable things like read 10 pages a day.
I'm a huge fan of this concept.
Yeah,
75 days feels very long for my mind.
same.
And like I know that's the point, is it's supposed to be hard. And if you can do that, then you can do 100 days. You can do 200
But I'm
days. But
thinking the Huntress thing is a little bit different because the reason I've never done it is because, like, if you know me, you know me. I'm like a little bit spazzy. And the idea of even if it's like 10 pages a day, I think for me, you did say I was competitive. I think the person that I'm most competitive with is myself, right?
Mm.
So, like, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to all these things, like, it's not about the person around me. If the person next to me, and I keep on going back to fitness because it's something that I truly do love. And it's like, if I go to the person next to me is really good, it amps me up to be better, but it's not necessarily that I need to win. It's just like, yeah, you
It's
know?
like the energy.
It's
Like,
energy.
yeah.
Exactly. It's energy, right? We're so woo woo. But yeah, going back to the 75 days hard, like it's not that any one of those things are hard, but the idea that if I get to day 10 and I just really didn't do that, that's like a failure for me. You know what I mean? So I really love the concept that you're coming to, which is the experiment of it. So maybe your goal is, maybe we should shorten the goal timeline. Like maybe the goal isn't, I want to, what was your financial goal?
Talk to someone.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
I want to feel confident.
I want to feel
Okay.
confident about money. Like, yeah, maybe that's your like 2025.
Six. We're
Sorry.
there.
Oh my God,
It's
2026.
2026, babe.
Oh my God. How many months am I going to send emails or say something 2025? Y'all, probably for a while,
We'll
at
catch
least
up in
through
June. It's
February.
fine.
Yeah, at least through February. But it was be confident speaking about money. Like maybe that's your 2020 six goal. And then you have little strategies below that. And part of that is the experiment too, giving yourself flexibility to be like, actually, that tactic, that habit didn't really work out so well for me.
Mhm.
I'm going to give myself a check in every 2 weeks, every month, and be like, did I like actually achieve that?
Totally. It's like building structure around that goal
Yeah,
and not just, okay, goal, go ham, go get it done, right? Like there's like having structure, having ideas for different ways to achieve it. Like it's building in that scaffolding for yourself of like, you just have to make it you just have to remember what your goal was in February. Like if you're like, I hate the goal setting. I'm not a new year, new me person because I'm like, why wait to develop a new habits person?
of
Um,
course you are.
I know it's the worst. But I think there is value in like this slightly bigger picture and slightly longer because like we're humans as much as sometimes things pull us from this. Like we are very in the present beings. And it's like that's where our motivation comes from. Like what's going on right now. And so like if you have this bigger goal you want to achieve, how does that map to today and what you're doing today and every day, like on your path to get there?
I love that.
The whole point is like developing habits versus like that create outcomes,
Yeah,
right? It's not versus outcomes. It's like habits build to outcomes. So it's knowing your why. What is know what motivates you, right? Your motivators, your experiments, right? Think in terms of experiments and brainstorm them. And then your reflections. So those happen at the end of each experiment, but they also might be like scheduled throughout the year,
yeah.
or they could be daily.
They could be daily.
Yeah. So at this co-working place that we've been going to, well, I've been twice, but this last time there was a woman there who her business is motivating people to achieve whatever they want to achieve, right? Like think of it as motivational coach is like her business and something that she does. I thought this was a really good exercise is instead of like the one big goal and again taking it back to actions, she makes a bingo card for the year. And so you think of like 25 experiments or 25 actions that are kind of all in service of this bigger why, or you can have more than one. So like some might be in the area of your family and some might be in the area of personal achievement. um but then like you come up with this like almost list of habits you want to have or things you want. Some could be things you measure, like hard outcomes. But you this list of 25 and you like, I guess it's 24 because you have free space, but make the bingo board, right? And so it's not even you have to do all 25 of these. It's not a checklist. It is like through the right combo of behaviors, you will feel something different.
I
Like
love
you will
that.
feel good. So I really like the bingo card. The
We
like I've already worked on my bingo card. So like there are outcomes which are again, not everything on there is for Huntress, but I made like 5 of the things, Huntress things. And so it was fundraise in 2026. Um I believe I put serve 100 paying customers and then separately serve, I forget whether I put 1,000 or 10,000 not paying Huntresses. So that's like through the podcast and through socials and like, again, I do view it as serving, even if you're not paying, right? So those are some examples of like milestone kind of things. Um, but I want to do a push up fully, nose to the ground and back up again by end of 2026. And so a habit I put on there is like do 10 push-ups a day every day. Right. So it's like, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do a push up at the end, but if I'm trying 10 times a day every day, I'm probably going to make progress and I'm probably going to get stronger. Right.
You will definitely get stronger. You will definitely make progress.
And the whole thing is like, I want to build strength before perimenopause gets here and starts like challenging my bone strength. And so, like, that's my why on that
Right.
one. So, there's a few like physical activity ones towards like getting stronger. But then there's also like go on a one on one trip with my daughter. That's an activity fully within my control, right? It's not like a daily commitment. So some things are like daily habits, some things are things fully within your control that you just they're
So
commitments
if it's a daily habit, when do you get to mark off your bingo card?
at the end of the year.
Okay.
And so that's kind of nice because then you can like start to see, well, did I get the four other things in that column? Better not freaking fall off, or else I'm not going to hit my bingo card. That's where that, like, I thought it was interesting from an accountability perspective.
Who's competitive?
You know? Well, I just got to move on to a different line on the bingo card if I like roll
Yes.
that one out. So it's, anyways, I really liked that concept. And I think it's, again, keeping in mind some of those are actions, some of those are commitments, and some of those are like outcomes. I put enough different outcomes on there that I don't have to get all of them to like feel successful and get a row. You know,
Yeah.
it was exciting. You should do one.
I'm not going to lie. Have genuinely been discouraged from setting New Year goals. And I'm sure a lot of people are out there too. I'm always like, New Year, new me, whatever, same me. But I love this. I love the bingo card. Honestly, I'm ready to do that. We should make a bingo template.
We will share with you our bingo template in our next newsletter. Subscribe to the arrow.
Yeah. Subscribe to the arrow. You can go to the bottom of the podcast. It has a link to our website where you can subscribe to all of our stuff.
Or just go straight on Substack and look for the arrow by Huntress Wealth.
Yeah. We appreciate you. You can also wait till the very end of this podcast where we have a cute little outro where it says, go to www.huntresses. You get the vibe.
We did like just update the website last month. So I feel it like properly encompasses what we've been building, like signing up for the app wait list. We have an app. I don't know if y'all know that. There's an app coming, access to mindset sessions with our providers. And then also we have a financial advisor network.
I loved the bingo card idea. I know we talked about it. I'm really excited to share that with you guys. That'll have this message wrapped in. So like we said, or if you didn't hear, go sign up, go to our website, look at the Substack, sign up for the arrow, and that's the name of the newsletter, and you'll get this fun structure.
Yeah, we put like one thing as like how we finish the arrow. And so next week's the one thing will be the bingo card.
We hope this is helpful. We hope you remember when you're setting your goals not to be discouraged, that you think about the why, you set up this as an experiment and really hone in on what your actions are to build that main goal versus being like discouraged by the outcome. All right. Bye, Huntresses. Talk to you next time.
Happy New Year.
Oh, shoot.
1, 2, 3.
Happy New Year.
2026, baby.
It's our year.
You've been listening to Talk Rich to Me, a production from Huntress Wealth. For more chill takes on finance, sign up for our newsletter at huntresswealth.com. That's HUNTRESSWEALTH.com.